The internet is trembling right now because just when everyone thought the story of Chrissy and Jim Jones couldn't get any stranger, it did. Boom! Another bomb goes off. And this one is even more repulsive, as supporters assert that Jim himself recently released a brand new wedding video. Leaked rumors have descended into outright mayhem. Additionally, it's already being referred to as Chrissy's most embarrassing experience. Chrissy immediately collapsed as soon as the video began to roll, according to witnesses, and the backstage drama has completely descended into chaos. Imagine being caught off guard in front of your adversaries and crew. Additionally, you believe that the cameras were not rolling. Chrissy, that is the nightmare. Simply endure. However, this is where the darkness sets in. According to insiders, this isn't just repeated footage. No, this is brand new, uncut, unfiltered video that reveals everything Chrissy has been trying to hide. Jim Jones transformed a private wedding bombshell into a public execution and the ensuing consequences by pressing detonate rather than just play. Yes, it is more repulsive than anything we have yet to witness in this story. Chrissy begged people to stop it before it spread. But it was already too late when crew members screamed and recorded on their phones. And I can assure you that the true twist hasn't even arrived yet, just when you think this is the high point. Because the contents of that private wedding film will completely change the course of this tale. The instant the gossip logs revealed the fresh secret wedding video, the sector froze. When Jim Jones revealed Chrissy and her purported ties to Cameron, many believed he had already played his final card. But according to sources, he was just getting warmed up. Jim is accused of shocking the entire audience at a tumultuous backstage function in New Jersey late last night by taking out his phone and releasing a video that nobody was ready to watch. Chrissy's response was characterized by witnesses as earth-shattering. Within minutes, she went from arguing and refusing to back down to practically crumbling in front of the cameras. This alleged secret wedding film isn't from years ago, according to leaked rumors. It's new. It depicts a personal, intimate moment that Jim was not supposed to witness between Chrissy and another man during what appears to be a vow-exchanging rehearsal. The crew was yelling. Jim was being chased away. But by that time, enough people had seen the video to ignite a fire. According to backstage sources, the outburst was unlike anything they had ever witnessed. While attempting to take the phone from Jim, Chrissy allegedly yelled at him, calling him a snake and obsessed. Jim wasn't by himself, though. Kay's child was gathered around him, guarding the phone as though it were a piece of national evidence. He was fully aware of what he was doing. According to one insider, Jim wanted to destroy Chrissy, not just wound her. The timing is what makes this even more bizarre. According to insiders, Jim has been holding on to this wedding tape for months, waiting for the right moment to release it. Chrissy and Jim had apparently been engaged in intense disagreements for weeks following the last round of leaks, which embarrassed her in front of the whole hip-hop community. And what better time for supporters to start attacking one another online than just before Chrissy was set to take the stage for what was meant to be a public reconciliation appearance on Twitter. Jim is being criticized by one group for being toxic and repeatedly degrading Chrissy, while another group is standing up for him by claiming that Chrissy has been lying and playing games for years. And this is simply karma coming full circle. Within an hour of the occurrence, the hashtag Chrissy collapse began to trend as fans shared clumsy screenshots and memes of fainting brides. On a deeper level, however, this covert wedding film is purportedly accompanied by audio. According to Jim's close friends, there are background sounds on the video that might be related. Chrissy to a man with whom she has denied any relationship for months. If this proves to be accurate, then her whole defense during the previous incident was based on false information. Catching someone lying on tape is something that the hip-hop community appreciates more than a fight. Remy Ma, who's been silent lately, reportedly had something to say in private group chats at the time of the leak, according to sources. It seems that Remy couldn't help but criticize Chrissy by telling friends that the trash always gets taken out on its own. That quote was also leaked. After years of sticky friction, fans are now bringing Remy into the fray. suggesting that she is secretly relishing Chrissy's demise. The most startling aspect, though, is that witnesses claim Chrissy fell so badly that help had to be summoned. She reportedly passed out in the middle of screaming when she saw the footage being shown to other backstage patrons. Jim allegedly told everyone, "Now you see who she really is," while standing over her with his arms crossed rather than offering assistance. According to industry experts, Chrissy has never experienced such a severe humiliation. "I've witnessed fights," remarked one producer. "I've witnessed splits. I have witnessed individuals being exposed. However, I have never witnessed a woman lose it over a leak like that. It was more than simply humiliation. It was complete devastation." What precisely was captured on that wedding film is now the mystery. Those who have seen it say it is grainy but unquestionable. There are rumors of Chrissy delivering lines that sound far too intimate to be practiced. A white outfit and candlelight. Fantastic. Even assert that a ring is seen being put onto her finger by a man's hand. If accurate, a man who was most certainly not Jim Jones? This goes beyond a simple scandal. This revelation has the potential to permanently damage Chrissy's reputation. Jim Jones has allegedly implied that he hasn't yet released the entire video, which exacerbates the situation. According to reports, he said what you saw was only a preview. The actual film will be out soon. That line sent social media into overdrive. Fans are already wondering if Jim intends to make the entire footage available online or if he is keeping it for a future humiliation in front of the public. In any case, everyone is in agreement. Chrissy is no longer secure. Jim always appears to be one step ahead with a new weapon as she tries to rebuild. This is the true cliffhanger, though. According to those close to her, Chrissy is not going down lightly, despite being pulled online, collapsing, and fainting. Chrissy apparently assured her team she was prepared to fight back. According to rumors, she has her own collection of receipts, including ones pertaining to Jim's acquaintances who don't want their identities associated with this issue. Isn't she playing her cards? Chrissy has the ability to reverse the entire situation and put Jim in the opposite position. Jim is already giving away that the wedding video is simply the first issue. It is said that he is sitting on far more sinister stuff. Items that have the potential to append not just Cassie, but also other well-known hip-hop artists. The question now is whether Jim will post the entire video online. Will Chrissy be able to fight back once she recovers? Or will something even worse be leaked by another insider before either of them takes further action? Because if this wedding video was only the first installment, can you believe me when I say that the second installment will blow the internet away? Even after Chrissy passed out, the mayhem continued. Actually, that was only the start. Rumors began to circulate within hours after the backstage event that Chrissy wasn't going to remain silent and humiliated. Despite being caught off guard, insiders said she immediately went back into combat mode, insisting that her team began investigating Jim on their own. According to a blog post from a close friend, she was devastated but unbroken. She responded, "If he wants war, I'll show him what war really looks like." That single sentence has already been passed and screenshotted, about as a proclamation of a cacophonous conflict between Jim and Chrissy. Fans are certain that the enigmatic audio tape-a-theth leaked online shortly after the collapse footage began to circulate is Jim's voice, and another unexpected twist was revealed. A man who sounds just like Jim is heard boasting to buddies in the video about having several women in line and making fun of Chrissy for sobbing over nothing. The tone is clear despite the muffled audio, and Twitter went viral right away as people debated whether the tape was authentic, altered, or shared by Chrissy herself. Hashtags like #GMXExposure and #TeamChrissy began to gain popularity. Chrissy quickly turned the tables if this leak indeed originated from her camp. Her sudden transformation from sufferer to aggressor has left people shaken. That's not all, though. Jim's old co-workers, who are aware of his deepest secrets, were allegedly contacted by Chrissy's team, and the rumors are horrifying. Alleged insiders asserting they have screenshots, text messages, and even recordings of late-night phone conversations that could demonstrate Jim hasn't been exposing Chrissy alone. For years, he has been concealing his own impurities. The most absurd aspect is that there are suspicions circulating that some of Jim's purported receipts weren't actually his in the first place. Now, they want to know if Jim really stole Chrissy's old phone's private film. Was the entire covert wedding video merely a component of a larger plot he was planning behind her back? Behind her back? If that proves to be true, just think of the controversy. Jim actually took, altered, or hacked Chrissy's personal documents in order to make her feel ashamed. This story is completely flipped. Chrissy would suddenly stop lying. Jim would be the antagonist, destroying her through unlawful means. And you know what? It's being devoured by fans. Up. There are a ton of conspiracy videos on TikTok that dissect each frame. Comparisons between the old film Chrissy previously uploaded years ago and Jim's leaked tapes. Jim allegedly stitched footage together to make them appear worse than they actually are, according to some who are pointing out irregularities in the background and lighting. Some claim to hear a man laugh in the background, but the voice doesn't belong to the person Jim is accusing Chrissy of seeing. Things get considerably worse at this point. Screenshots of claimed private direct messages between Chrissy and an unidentified celebrity were leaked by a site. And the content is shocking. The conversations include blurred out images, love emojis, and late-night texts. Names ranging from Cayman to Common are being floated by fans as they speculate about the man's identity. But here's the shocking revelation. According to Chrissy's camp, Jim fabricated those communications as part of a smear campaign. Even celebrities outside the circle are joining in on the online debate because it has become so intense. Camilla allegedly said, "When you play dirty." Don't be shocked when you get dirt thrown back at you in a mysterious tweet. Spice shared a humorous Instagram story with the description, "This movie never ends." Remy Ma was also included. Fans believed it was about Chrissy right away when she reposted images of women leaving trash bags, displaying her silent shade. However, this morning's rumor was the most incendiary to date. It is alleged that Chrissy has a complete videotape of Jim fighting with another rapper backstage. Rumor has it that this video captures Jim in a vulnerable situation, shouting things he would never want the world to hear, and even referencing other women's names. Jim's reputation as an artist and a man might be totally destroyed if Chrissy chooses to divulge that information. Chrissy appears prepared to play precisely that card. According to insiders, she said to her team, "I'll expose him too if he wants to expose me. Let's see how he feels about his name being dragged through the mud on the internet." Fans have dubbed the line the clapback of the year, and it has already gone viral. The industry is anxiously observing in the meanwhile. According to reports, promoters are threatening to cancel future performances if this turmoil doesn't end, claiming that it is hard to keep Jim and Chrissy together due to the frequent leaks and public outbursts. However, neither side appears prepared to concede. This is the most terrifying part. Jim is not afraid. He's actually stepping up his efforts. According to witnesses, he was spotted laughing with his group last night, dismissing the wedding footage as unimportant. Hold off until they see what else I have. Social media was shattered by that line. Because what could be worse than what we've already witnessed to lead Chrissy to collapse? Fans are anticipating more disclosures, with some claiming that Jim has video that links Chrissy to other men, possibly demonstrating that she has been concealing several scandals at once. If verified, it would be the last straw in her case, casting her as the one who has been planning lies while claiming to be a victim. Here's the cliffhanger, though. Chrissy isn't lying about the footage she's holding, according to insiders close to her. They claim it's explosive enough to bring innocent people into the scandal and ruin Jim's reputation. Names that people wouldn't anticipate. Large names in the industry. She hasn't dropped it yet, since once it's out, it can't be taken back. The whole hip-hop community is now anticipating. Will Jim actually reveal yet another damaging leak? Is Chrissy going to shoot her own covert video? Or will Cameron, Remy, or one of their adversaries take over the story and reveal something even more startling? Because as absurd as it may sound, Every leak feels like a ticking time bomb in this conflict between Chrissy and Jim. The worst part is that no one can predict which one will blow up first. What happened next transformed this already tumultuous story into a full-fledged cultural earthquake. Even if the internet believed the storm had peaked, a few hours later, Chrissy's breakdown became a meme, and Jim's arrogant grin went viral. Another video appeared, but it wasn't from Jim this time. Not from Chrissy. Enough information from an unnamed leaker to completely destroy the basis of this convoluted romantic triangle. The brief but deadly video showed Jim pacing in a dark hotel suite while holding his phone to his ear. Fans claim to have heard him threaten, "If she ever plays me again, I'll burn it all down," even though his comments were muffled. Cam, Chrissy, and everyone else. The internet took off. The story suddenly changed direction. Jim wasn't merely revealing. He posed a menace. Was this a man in dire need of self-defense? Or is someone planning retaliation on a scale that no one had anticipated? The bigger blow, however, was a wedding rehearsal video that the leaker released shortly after, which supporters feel Chrissy never intended for the public to see. She is holding hands, grinning and laughing in it. Nor with Cameron, nor with Jim, but with a different man. His voice was low and his face was blurry. Yet there was no denying the familiarity. Twitter was inundated with theories in a matter of minutes. Who is this man of mystery? Is this the actual secret that Jim alluded to? Did no one know that Chrissy had a second life? The story of the betrayal got out of hand. TikTok investigators attempted to identify the man's tattoos by slowing down the video, pixel by pixel. According to some, it appeared to be common. Some said it looked like a former romantic partner of Chrissy's. The fans were vicious. For 48 hours in a row, hashtags like #ChrissyDoubleLife and #Jim were trending. Chrissy's voice trembled as she retaliated in her own living eyes, ashamed but angry. "You all don't know the truth," she said. "Jim is unaware of the reality. That footage was taken, edited, and used against me. Let me clarify, though. I'm not damaged." Those words quickly turned into a rallying cry. Her admirers spread it throughout history, making her appear to be both a victim and a fighter. Jim wasn't finished, though. He revealed another breadcrumb just when everyone believed the wedding rehearsal leak was the high point. A mysterious Instagram photo with the comment, "Y'all have only seen part 1, and a single ring emoji. Supporters let up a yell. Was he acknowledging that he had further wedding video? Was this evidence that Chrissy was secretly planning to wed someone else? Even mainstream media started reporting on the frenzied rumors, referring to the story as the year's messiest hip-hop controversy. Insiders murmured that Chrissy's crew was rushing behind the scenes. According to rumors, they threatened legal action and pleaded with bloggers and networks not to publish the rehearsal video. However, it was too late. Not even the internet forgets. Chrissy and the unknown man holding hands was the subject of continually circulating memes. Her Instagram was inundated with betrayal jokes and sobbing emoticons from fans. Backstage, Jim's fans made fun of her collapse, joking, "Now we know why she fainted." Before Chrissy eventually snapped, the strain increased. On her subsequent live performance, she let loose her rage. "Do you all believe Jim is innocent? Do you believe he is a saint? He accuses me of playing the same games that you have been playing out here. Inquire about his hotel recordings. Inquire about the women he is concealing. Inquire about the lies he told to maintain his good reputation." The conversation erupted. Supporters pleaded. She will provide evidence. Chrissy grinned and remarked, "Receipts coming soon," while holding up her phone. TH. Thumbnail of a shirtless Jim sitting on a bed's edge, obviously having a heated argument with someone behind the camera. "It's over when they see this," the caption said. "It's finished." The internet exploded. Did Chrissy promise this video? Was Jim going to be pulled into the muck in the same manner as he pulled her? She was urged to disclose it by fans. In anticipation of the drop, blogs set up camp outside her page. According to reports, Jim's crew panicked and tried to get in touch with her team to put an end to it. The strain is intolerable at this stage. The issue seems more like a countdown to devastation than a feud. Will the footage really be leaked by Chrissy? Or is Jim holding on to a more sinister secret that he is keeping for his last line of defense? Both sides are locked in, according to insiders. A lethal chicken game. The first person to leak could win. However, they also run the risk of bringing everyone down with them. There is no doubt that this is more than just drama at this point. There are legacies, careers, and reputations at stake. And because the debate isn't only about who is lying anymore, fans can't turn away. Who will survive the next leak is the true question. And it concludes the narrative there. Our jaws are on the ground while we dangle on a precipice. The ultimate power move was executed by Jim Jones. Chrissy gave way in embarrassment. Both of them are now threatening to release additional incendiary receipts that have the potential to ignite the entire industry. Here's the reality, though. It's not over yet, not even close. Tomorrow could be the next leak. Tonight might be the time. It might be taking place while you watch this video. Additionally, you will miss the moment that makes all the difference if you blink. So consider this. Are you truly prepared to ignore Chrissy's next shocking revelation and scroll away? Or Jim's frantic retaliation, as the blogs will collapse the moment those receipts are posted online? You'll wish you were here with the tea first, since Twitter is about to crash. This is your opportunity to follow the drama as it develops in real time. If you believe Chrissy is withholding even more lethal receipts, click the like button immediately. Your voice counts in this conflict, so leave a comment telling the world if you're on Team Jim or Team Chrissy. Above all, hit the subscribe button while keeping notifications enabled to ensure you don't miss this story's next unexpected turn. Because it won't simply be rumors when the next leak occurs, it will become history. And believe me, you'll want to claim to have been present when everything happened.